If you if you
Yeah, we in the building. Yes, sir. What's going on, man? Um, I just realized something that I didn't like just then. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. There is something that's not right here. Forgive me, y'all. I had some technical issues. So things weren't quite right as I wanted them to be. But hey, we getting them right now. We getting them right now. So it's all good. But yeah, man, welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. Man, this is fight week, and we got a big one here. And I know there's gonna be a lot of, you know, bud buddies in the building. Talking a mess. I already see one bud buddy in the building, already running his mouth. I think it's dangerous to already be running your mouth, but we'll see what ends up happening, man. Bud buddies are out here. They're very confident that they man gonna win tomorrow. And I don't know why they're so confident. I really don't. I don't understand the confidence, but we'll see. But who we got in the building, man? Let me move my little water bottle, man. We got Band up in the building. We got Athletic Mind in the building. We got Ez Meeks in the building. What's going on with you? Definitely we're gonna get Athletic Minds up here to kick it and do a little conversing. Yeah, I'm gonna get you up. I'm gonna get you up in a second. Give me hold on real quick. Let me go ahead and get Athletic Minds in the building. I gotta get him up here. You know, that's my guy. That's my guy. So let me see. Let me get that. Let me see here. Cause I don't want to get everything got right now. I just want to get you up here real quick, Athletic Minds, cause you know people already start coming in talking crazy, man. They'll come in talking reckless already. So I'm gonna get you in though. We're gonna make that happen. But yeah, man, we here, man. This is the fight that everybody been talking about. Everybody said that they've been waiting for it. I don't know if that's really true or not. Because technically this isn't a fight that we asked for, right? But the fight is here. And so you know, we're gonna enjoy that we got a fight like this. Because at the end of the day, we're all boxing fans, and you know, I always enjoy it. I'm gonna watch a scrap no matter what. I think pretty much we're all like that. So even if this isn't the fight we necessarily asked for, it's the fight that we got. So we got to be happy when we get any kind of fights here. Athletic Minds, check your Insta. Check your Insta. But yeah, man, let me see what else we got in the building. So we got Shelton Moore. What's going on with you, man? Crawford gonna beat the brakes off the Mexican. Okay, all right. Everybody gonna get a chance to come up and give their opinion. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I've seen so far while Athletic Minds comes into the building. But okay, I see you. But yeah. So for me, you know, just the lead up this week, you know, to me, Terence Crawford seems relaxed. You know, I did a video earlier today. Some people don't feel like he really looks like he's relaxed. I personally feel like he looks like he's pretty relaxed. Canelo seems fairly relaxed. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have not really paid close attention to Canelo Alvarez like prior to a fight, right? Or like fight week, unless it was against Floyd Mayweather or something like that. I don't necessarily pay it a lot of mind. Athletic Minds, what's going on, man?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, fam?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Hey, we a few hours out, man. Few hours out, man. Listen,
Absolutely.
um, we've heard a lot of things, a lot of things being said. I just think ultimately the thing with this fight is going to be people understanding that because for this fight, for whatever reason, weight classes don't matter, the weight don't matter, all of these type things like that.
Athletic Minds, you breaking up for some reason, man. You want me to send you the phone number instead?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Let me send you because this is some kind of weird echo going on behind you. So I'll send you the number real quick.
All right.
All right, bet. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that, but from what it was some kind of weird audio in
Shout
the
out
back,
to
man.
AM Sports Media. Tim Bradley, Desert Storm in the building.
You are the only participant in the conference.
All right, Athletic Minds. Let me go ahead and get because I got to get you on, man. I know you wanna get on and get off because I'm looking forward to hearing what you got to say. So I just sent you the number. Let me make sure that's nope. Sorry, Athletic Mind. That's not the right number. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. but yeah, I want to get Athletic Minds on so he can give his thoughts. But I'll continue with what I was saying, and then once he jumps back on, I'll give him the floor. But for me, it seems like to me, Crawford is okay. There we go. Athletic Minds already in the building. There we go. I got you now. All right, man. You in the building, fam? What's going on?
Yes, sir, man. You guys sent me the wrong number at first. I was like, wait, hold
Yeah,
on, what is it?
yeah,
But
yeah. It
yeah,
was wrong, but go ahead.
yeah, yeah, man. We a few hours out. We going for this fight right here. For whatever reason, weight classes don't matter. But it's so much so different that weight classes don't matter. And he's just gonna have this dominant performance, and Canelo is just big. That's it. For a lot of people underestimate the skill set. But I really want people to let me know what performance outside of the Arrol Spence performance was Terence Crawford dominating an opponent, and didn't hurt them, and didn't hurt them. Can they name me
Yeah,
a fight where that happened at 147? Because I can name you one recent, the Marginal fight. He
yeah.
went 12 rounds with this guy. He didn't hurt him, and he nearly lost. It was 115, 113 on all the judges' scorecards.
It was a close fight.
Yeah. And that's with him not being able to, really establish his physical prowess on the guy, right? Not to
Yep.
say that Terence Crawford can't box. That'd be foolish to say that. We know that he can't box. But I
Facts.
think it's very important that he is able to hurt you, and everything goes into it after that. When he can't
Mm-hmm.
hurt Canelo Alvarez, you guys are trying to convince me that for 12 rounds with this new weight and all of these new things, he's gonna outpoint Canelo for 12 rounds. He's gonna stay away from Canelo's power. He's gonna stay off the ropes. Canelo's not gonna cut off the ring against him. All of these things are gonna happen on this night. When in all of his masterclass performances, he got hit at
So
147.
I gotta pause. I gotta pause something. I gotta pause you real quick because I don't think
Go ahead.
people really are gonna understand why what you're saying is so significant. Athletic Minds is a Terence Crawford fan. Athletic Minds is the person that cooked AM Sports Media when we got the Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight wrong. That parody that you guys saw, that was Athletic Minds. He is a big Terence Crawford fan. So I wanted to set the stage so they understand because they won't understand why this is significant coming from you.
Yeah, I told a lot of people in real life, I'm rooting for Terence Crawford. I want him to expose this guy for the BS that he's doing. And at the end of the day, when we're all sitting up here saying Terence Crawford could beat this guy and this is a 50-50 fight, it's going to be a good fight. We're saying all of these things. We're going to have to then be forced to give Canelo Alvarez credit. And that credit would make sense to be number one pound for pound because he would have be the top three pound for pound fighter. Now, am I right or wrong?
That's correct.
And I'm
But
not
they,
going to
but
do
they,
that
but they,
because
but
this is
they're
an
not. They're
unfair
not going to
fight.
do that. They're not going to do that though.
Yeah, you know, because they're dead set on him being victorious in this fight, and I just don't see the avenue for victory for him because of the disadvantages. Now, the skill set of these two, I think Terence Crawford is more skilled than him. I don't think that's anything crazy to say, but
Nope.
it's not to a point where people think there's a big gap between them in skill set. There's not. There's not. I think Terence Crawford, what separates his IQ from Canelo's is that he makes adjustments, but their IQ is not far off from one another's. That'll be disingenuous to say. Canelo's come this far and not for no reason.
I've been
And
saying the
for
same
people
thing.
to think that this is gonna be easy work, you said what?
I've been saying the same thing, man. But I've been called a hater. And that's it's probably fair because I can't stand a lot of Terence Crawford fans, but I've been saying the same thing, man. Like we got a Discord, Athletic Minds, and there's a lot of Bud buddies in the Discord. And I mentioned today that I was a little bit concerned by the fact that Terence Crawford came in at almost 168. I thought he was going to
Yeah, I
come in
didn't
a little
like
bit
that.
lighter. Yeah, I thought he was going to come in lighter, maybe like 162, 3, 4, somewhere around there, right? And one of the people in the comment section, and this is where you can tell, people who are not athletes, have never worked out, have never competed.
Mm-hmm.
When you put on
Yep.
lean muscle mass, he made the comment. Well, it's fine that he put on the weight because it's all lean muscle. Lean muscle eats oxygen. It makes you tired faster. So just because it's lean muscle does not mean that it's okay. Lean muscle it's more weight, it's more muscle that you have to fuel. And so I don't know why they're struggling to understand that. Not only that, when you add that lean muscle mass makes you less flexible. So it's harder to get torque on your shots. So this is just like science. This isn't me hating. This is just the science of everything. And they swear to God that they're literally just you're gonna pick Crawford up, welterweight, drop the welterweight version of Crawford at 168. He'll just be bigger and do all the same thing. If it's that simple, then there's no need for steroids. Steroids don't need to exist.
Mm-mm. I, I, I'm just thinking right now of all the logical stuff I've been hearing. And for whatever reason, styles make fights. It's absolutely true.
True.
But the style in which Terence Crawford fights, you're not gonna convince me. He's gonna separate himself enough to where there's no controversy. He definitely is gonna get this, which we don't know how that's gonna go. But you're not gonna convince me. He's gonna separate himself that much from Canelo, where we could all legitimately say fairly that yeah, Terence Crawford. I just don't see it. I don't think it'll be that way. That's what people, because he's not, in my opinion, he's not stopping him. He's not stopping. I don't think he's really gonna hurt him. Almost the punch you don't see coming. Yeah, I understand that could maybe happen, but it's not very likely. I hear a lot of people bringing up philosophies and God has a plan, and Terence Crawford is the chosen one, and
I've heard that
you
shit
know
too.
that's me. That's me asking them what's their reasoning for why they're picking him. And they tell me shit like this, man. I'm telling you, man. God, no, and God. I'm a God fearing man myself, but when we're talking like that, it doesn't sound more of like it doesn't sound much of a belief. Sound more like a hope, you know.
I heard
Sounds like
Tim
hope.
Bradley saying something similar, talking about, hey, there's a reason why he's here. There's a reason why he's here. Maybe the reason is for his kids. Maybe the reason is for whatever reason, man. But the reason might not be for him to win this fight. And full disclosure, Athletic Minds, I do see a path for him to win, but it's going to
Mm,
take a lot of precision. Basically, what you said,
yeah,
the ability to stay away from him for 12 rounds and not have to expend a ton of energy doing it, meaning constantly sidestepping, using angles instead of a ton of movement, because he won't be able to move. Like people keep talking about the school fight. Why does that matter? Crawford won't be able to fight like that for
yeah.
12 rounds.
And 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 according to a lot of people, that are picking him, he won't fight like that. So he's gonna be at risk to get hit with several big shots. That won't be wise. The defense that was displayed in the Errol Spence fight, he was very prepared for Errol Spence. We know Errol Spence is very predictable. We know a lot of what he likes to throw, and a lot is being said about Canelo doing these type of things. But Canelo can be very unpredictable at times as it pertains to his counterpunching. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Yes, he does a lot of shots. He jab, right hand to the arm, to upstairs, to the body. But if he is very good at punching between punches as well, just like Terence Crawford is. Terence Crawford is going to be presented with a lot of, like, when people want to say Canelo's going to see stuff that he's never seen against Terence Crawford. You can say that vice versa, but except Canelo's bigger than this guy. It's going to be a lot of new experiences for Terence Crawford that I just want to see how he reacts to. I don't think he's going to react well, but I could be wrong. I think he's never been in a no. I know he's never been in the ring with a counterpuncher like Canelo. He's never been in there with someone who punches as hard, allegedly, as Canelo. He's never been in there with somebody who has defense as good as Canelo. A lot of things. This is the biggest stage he's ever been on as well. There's a lot of mental things that he's gonna have to deal with, and I'm not saying he can't, but there's a lot of mental things that goes into it. And as a fighter myself, like everybody knows the mental goes into it first. That's the first thing. Mental goes into it. So it's a lot of fighters that I've seen fight. I've seen them go to amateur fights, professional fights. They let the mental worry fatigue them physically. And then when they go in the ring, like, damn, I trained so hard. Why do I feel tired? It's because they're letting mental things get to them. All the things
yeah,
that Bud First probably hearing, the power. He got power. All these things people think are not affecting him because he got a good game face, but they are not Terence Crawford. They do not know that because he himself said before the Errol Spence fight, he was kind of aware of Errol Spence's power, and he wanted to fill that out in the first round. And once he felt that Errol had nothing for him, He went all out. What are you gonna do when you realize Canelo has something that's very dangerous? What are we gonna do then? We know he's good at making adjustments. I want to see if he can adjust to that. Because there's a lot that he's
My
gonna
thing
have to
is,
adjust to.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Yeah,
Even in the Spence fight, in my opinion, Spence ended up landing on him.
yeah,
Crawford is not a what I would call a defensive fighter. You can land on him. So
yeah. He can be it.
what? So what ends up happening if Canelo ends up getting? Because I was looking at a bunch of different fights here recently, and I want to look at the Bivol fight. But every fighter I've ever seen Canelo in the ring with, he's able to get to
Hmm.
him.
To the
Bivol,
range, yeah.
yeah, Bivol was able to tie him up, push him off, get back to working, right?
Hmm.
From distance.
Hmm.
I don't know if Crawford's going to be able to do that, right? Specifically,
Hmm.
if Canelo is really, managing the range. He was able to. He
Right.
was there at Floyd. He got to Floyd. He just couldn't hit him because Floyd is so good inside. He
Yeah.
couldn't hit him.
Hmm.
If he gets to Crawford, he's going to hit him. So
Yeah, you're gonna hit him.
do you see that? Do you feel that Canelo won't be able to close range and get to him? Because I feel that he will be able to.
I I think, and I'm gonna use this example, and I used it before, because people don't like to listen to you when you're just you. You're just you. What's your opinion? Is your opinion? But I'm gonna just bring up somebody who may have a more credible opinion. He's more so on the Team Crawford. He's actually Team Crawford. Tim Bradley brought it up. He said, like he said, Errol Spence was able to cut off the ring against Terence Crawford within seconds. Within seconds. So if we're acting like Canelo is not gonna be able to cut off the ring against Terence Crawford, it's gonna happen. Avanesian was able to cut up the ring against Terence Crawford. It's not to say he doesn't have great footwork or anything like that. He just for some reason can get cut off. Pretty not. It's not that hard to cut him off. It's
Hmm.
not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. So I definitely see Canelo and imposing that. How he stalks people. I could see that happening. And what Terence Crawford does to combat that, I don't know. It's just gonna be very difficult.
Give me a give me give me
It's
give me a
gonna be
second.
very difficult.
Give me a
You said
second.
what?
Let me read out this super chat. So Jerry Soriano said it's disturbing that Greg claims to know about weightlifting and doesn't know the difference between lean muscle and muscle mass. I don't I don't even know what that even means, dog. If Crawford showed up with no muscle definition, it would be a problem too. No, that's not a problem. Again, muscle, muscle mass, lean muscle, whatever you want to call it, eats more oxygen. It's just science, guys.
Exactly.
So I
Yes.
don't even
Yes.
know
Yes.
what you're talking about between lean
Exactly.
muscle and muscle mass. Like muscle mass and lean muscle is the same. Now are you trying to talk about additional weight that could be a combination of muscle and fat? That's fine if that's what you're trying to say. But regardless,
You said a word there.
more muscle, more weight equals slower movements and less conditioning, regardless, because at the end of the day, your lungs are the same size. Your veins are all the same. Your cardiovascular system, your heart, your lungs, your veins are the same. They didn't change from training. They can't. And Terence Crawford has already maxed them out. So it's just like right now, if you were to go out there and work out as hard as you possibly can and get in the best shape of your life, and you go run a 2 mile, go run 2 miles. If I put a 10-pound weight vest on you, you are not gonna run your record 2 miles. You cannot, because it's incremental weight. And that incremental weight takes energy. It's the same with muscle. For some reason, these niggas, excuse my language, they think muscle is self-sustaining.
Woo-hoo.
They think muscle is self-sustaining.
I got the hood coming out of Greg, man. Come on, man. I
Good
can't do this,
Lord.
man. I can't. Come on, man.
Go ahead and let it
But
mind.
you said
It's just
you said a word there, man. Oxygen. It's gonna require a lot of that in this situation. People, I'm telling you, man. Like if and a lot of people that do participate in the sport are kind of throwing this like under the rug, like it doesn't matter. The weight very much so matters. We talking about height, or they're the same height. Crawford looks bigger and all of this. On fight night, we will not know how Terence Crawford is going to deal with that added weight until fight night, bro. And it's fair to say that he won't deal with it in a way that benefits him. At 154, we talk about the Magdalene fight, and whatever we want to say, whatever bail we want to give him, whatever the case, bro. I firmly believe had he got himself a little bit more acclimated to the weight, we would have seen more dominance from him. That Madrimov fight was not dominant. Madrimov to me is not that good. I don't care what y'all say. If it's anybody else who's on a 2-fight losing streak, a guy that y'all picked to beat Virgil Ortiz, we would not be saying that this nigga is he's an okay fighter, bro. Let's be
Yeah,
honest. The
that's what
only
he
reason I
is.
feel like he had the success that he had with Terence Crawford, I'm not even attributing it, the feints and all this shit they were saying. It's because I really felt like Terence Crawford wasn't able to impose his physicality on that guy like he had in previous weight classes,
Facts.
in my opinion. That's it's simple as that. Terence Crawford is a way better fighter than that dude. That fight does not represent. That's not a great representation of who Terence Crawford is. Will he perform better in this fight? I would believe so, right? But are we people saying Madrimov is better than Canelo? I'm hearing this shit like this too, bro. Like y'all really don't know. It's gonna require a lot of oxygen for him to keep Canelo off him because he's not. I don't see him keeping Canelo. I just don't. It's gonna get very weary for him. His legs gonna get heavy. All of these type of things with this new weight, this new experience, bro. You guys are telling me Terence Crawford, oh, he had a year to get himself acclimated. Boxing does not work like that. You
Nope.
have to fight at the weight. You have to fight at the weight to determine anything.
Hmm.
I can't just be right here. I fight at 139 pounds in the inch. I can't just be right here and say, oh, I'm gonna wait a year, get myself acclimated to let's say 150, 156 is the weight after 139. I
Hmm.
gotta get myself. I'm gonna take a year to get myself. I'm gonna get knocked the fuck out. It don't work
Yeah.
like that. You have to
Yeah.
gradually move your way up. You
I
have
agree.
experience things to know, okay, this is good. Then I can move. Now I can move. Now I can move. He jumping 2, 3 weight classes, and I think he's about to beat the best guy in the division, 168. Never been beat there. Undisputed twice, and it's just easy work.
Let me. I want to play something real quick for everybody to hear because this kind of lands the plane for a
You
lot
know,
of people.
because he carrying all that extra weight. What can
This is Kale Brook.
he hits very hard and he's very he's very accurate and how he cuts the ring down very well. But like I said, with his fight with Crawford, you know, I think that's the factor and going to be the factor what I'm interested in seeing. You know, can Crawford? You know, how's he gonna adapt? Do you know what I mean? How's he gonna adapt with naturally bigger man?
I don't know if you can give me an insight into this, because everyone I've spoken to, they've said when a fighter puts on that much weight, you end up losing energy quicker. Did you feel yourself getting tired quicker because you're carrying all that extra weight?
Yeah, I did feel like sluggish. You know what I mean? I felt like it weren't my natural way. Like I felt like I was like stuck in mud. Felt like I was stuck in mud. I didn't feel as sharp and as light as I do when I'm welterweight. I felt more sluggish. You know, I felt replenished and strong. You know, but it's you know, I wish that I would have probably boxed. You know, probably someone like know it, not like Golovkin for a couple of fights, and then got in. But
Exactly what you're talking about, Athletic Minds. When you get to that weight class, the reason why he felt fresh and strong was because he was allowed to simply not have to eat and cut the weight like he was cutting the weight
Yeah, cut
before.
weight. Yeah.
So that's the reason why he felt fresh and strong. But he got zapped. He zapped quickly because of the extra muscle. Again, if you're not an athlete and you don't work out, I don't give a damn what you try to say. You don't know anything. I got my bud buddy in the building. He's in the building. He's gonna argue everything that you say. And again, before you go
Look,
in, ASVP TV, Athletic Minds is also a Crawford fan.
I ain't come here to go in, man. That's that man opinion.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Where you running in, where you hearing people say Madrimov is on par with Canelo. Where are you seeing that at?
Well, maybe.
We saw that. I saw that. No, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah,
Well,
because
well,
I ain't never seen that.
my, and I hear a lot of core fans saying that for that's your I'm not saying lying now, but here's what I'm gonna say. My algorithm is very pro Terence Crawford, so whatever I'm seeing is most likely Terence Crawford fan, so I'll probably get the extreme fans and all his fans. You know,
Hey, let me
that's my
let me
outlet.
address
You know
let
what
me
I mean?
address this
So
super chat real quick. Jerry Soriano says, "Does Billy Crawford at 168 have the same body type? Does a weightlifter swimmer have the same body type? And then he has no flexibility. What the? My brother, flexibility, hold on real quick. Flexibility is your baseline of what you were before. When you add muscle to the baseline of what you were before, you will be less flexible. It will be harder to get more torque. Like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Go ahead, Athletic Minds.
What about you?
like this Canelo fight, right? I'm looking at it like, okay, before even thinking that, right? Like there's a lot, and maybe it's just people think the stylistically and how they match up with the physical dimensions or whatever, because they think Bud is bigger than him, longer arms and all that type stuff. But there's a lot of guys that Bud, I don't have him beating, not even just 168, 160. There's guys at 154 that I think would have gave him a really good fight. Like, how are we just skipping over those guys and, oh yeah, he gonna beat Canelo? Like, this is like, I really don't understand it. Like, okay, the outbox thing, he's gonna outbox him. Like, the last time he thoroughly outboxed somebody without really like stopping them was Victor Postal. It was Victor Postal. I just want to see another fight because I got to see it with Madrimov when he didn't hurt a guy. How the result looked, it was very close against Madrimov. So if he's not able to hurt Canelo, right, it's gonna be it's gonna be a massive
So I'm asking, so hold up. So if he does hurt Canelo, then what?
then
Oh,
that's
if he
good.
can hurt
Listen,
Canelo,
That's a
then
fact.
listen,
he's in a
That's
great
no,
that's
spot.
important.
because we talking like stuff is impossible. This we forget. That's why we put on the fights in the first place. I mean, we don't know. I don't know how the weight gonna affect him. I don't know none of that.
Hmm.
I just pick him to
Right.
win. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
I think it is kind of crazy when I ain't saying you specifically, but people assume like it's impossible to go ahead and beat this man. Like I don't understand it.
I think
I didn't say that.
I I, I think. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying when you look at the probability of him hurting Canelo is what people talking about. Just like the probability of Canelo going in there and outboxing Crawford is low. All we're doing is looking at historical and saying the likelihood of this happening is low. So that's what people are
Wait,
saying.
I wouldn't even say the probability of him outboxing Bud is low because he's a skillful boxer himself.
He's skillful,
even
but he's
say
not
that's
going.
low. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
low. He's not going to outbox Crawford, man. I don't see it.
No,
Man,
I
when
think
this,
he's gonna outbox somebody
as
in
you
many
said
different
yourself,
ways.
his resume speaks for itself. He done seen a whole bunch of styles, man. We don't
I
know
agree.
until we see.
I think when we think about outboxing, we think about, utilizing the ring, just, neutralizing somebody, things like that. I think you can outbox somebody by, simply imposing your physical will on them, they not being able to hit you. You could do that you could do that coming forward. You could do that on the back foot, you could do that side to side.
Sure.
So there's many different ways you can outbox somebody.
No, 100%. I just when I think about outboxing, I mean to the point that you made, ring generalship, using angles, feints, catch and shoot, slip and counter, those types of things. I don't believe Canelo is better than Crawford at that.
My bad.
So I don't think he's going to outbox him. But yes, he can impose his will. He can impose his skills. And to the point that you made earlier, Athletic Minds, you would honestly think Canelo is a damn bum. You would think he's a bum. I swear, the heads of some Terence Crawford fans have been inflated because of the Arrol Spence performance. And I've said this on multiple occasions. You're not as good as your best win, and you're not as bad as your worst. Terence Crawford's best win, best looking win, was against Arrol Spence. And I'm telling you guys, he's not as good as what he looked in that fight. And it was proven in the next fight with Madrimov, who only had 11 fights, but yet we try to pretend that he was on a level that he wasn't. And it was proven thereafter. And I remember specifically my good buddy Fabrizio, who was worried about Madrimov versus Virgil
Virgil
Ortiz
Ortiz.
because of what it would signal. And he was moving forward against Crawford. He was not moving forward against Virgil. So
I think Canelo does it to himself. He's a very lazy fighter. This is why a lot of people still right now, for whatever reason, think he's not motivated for this fight. Let me tell you something right here. This guy, Terence Crawford, great fighter. The If he loses this fight, nothing about how I feel about him as a fighter changes. He's still an all-time great to me. He's the best fighter on the planet right now. To me, nothing changes if he loses to Canelo Alvarez, because I think this is some sucker shit that Canelo Alvarez is doing. He's not getting talked about. The only thereafter he beats Terence Crawford, are we gonna try to stick David Benavidez on him? And we know how that's gonna go. He's not gonna fight him. But I ultimately say Canelo's a lazy fighter. And a lot of what people are putting into is why they think Buzz don't, because Canelo's lazy, he don't have it no more. It's not the same. A lot of people, I'm not saying everybody, right? For this fight particular, I watched him fight John Ryder and look like a sack of shit, right? Just like how he looked in his last fight. And a lot of people were putting a lot into that and putting a lot of hope in Jamel Charlo, right? And I'm not comparing Jamel Charlo to Crawford, but what I am saying is I feel like this is something that can't be compared to, even though I'm not comparing, right? They were saying how he looked trash against John Ryder. He looked like this, he looked like that, and then he flipped the switch like that against Jamel Charlo, who people said had this chance of being him a smaller guy. That's the motivated Canelo that we're getting for this fight, and that is very dangerous for Terence Crawford. It is. I don't care how it sounds. It's a fact. He's motivated to win this fight. He's motivated to be number one pound for pound and all this shit. He's motivated to rewrite the wrong of losing to Floyd. All of these things is what he's looking at it as. Because this guy shot down the fight. He didn't want to fight Terence Crawford. He said he won't get credit and all this shit like that. But now that he's hearing the things that people legitimately think Terence Crawford's going to win, now he's on the train of, oh, yeah, this is a great fight, 50-50. And all. He's saying this shit that y'all saying, too, so y'all going to be forced to get this man all of the credit in the world. I'm not, though. So when that time does come, I don't want to hear y'all changing up and saying, oh, well, we knew Bud was smart. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Because I warned y'all. Y'all didn't want to lose. Just like I warned y'all. I warned a lot of people that, Terence Crawford was going to destroy Spence. You know what that was. You know what that was already. You know what I'm saying? Greg is one of them, I ain't sorry to pick on Greg, but this is going to be history repeating itself all over again, bro. Just Terence Crawford going to be on the bad end of the stick with it.
Well, Athletic Minds, we disagreed about the Arrol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight. Actually, at the time, I didn't even know who you were until after you roasted me after the fight. But you know what? This particular time, my brother, I hope you are 100% right, because I'm going to come in here and I'm going to set this bitch ablaze. Bud is going to hate me. They going to hate everything about me. They going to hate my damn guts. And I will not stop. I'm going to empty out the clip. And the reason why, I want to look into the camera when I say this. The reason why I'm going to empty out the goddamn clip is because you some bitches been celebrating the same fight for 2 years. If you would have let it go, your man won, I would have been good all day.
Right.
And I would have been supporting Canelo Alvarez.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna close with this, right?
Yep.
I hope Terence Crawford could do it. Me going on this I guess I'm in the media, so me being very outspoken about what I think will happen in the fight, that doesn't change who I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of this man, but I'm not a fanboy. Let's understand the difference. I am not a fanboy. You know what I'm saying? I will support him. My pick has nothing to do with who I'm supporting. I support him in this fight. I hope he's able to win this fight. But I'm just looking at all of the things that's placed on the table. I'm looking at the guy with all of the advantages. There's not a gap in the skill set, like a big gap in the skill set, all of these things. You know what I'm saying? He has experience at 168. I just can't ignore those things. You know what I'm saying? And based over that, I think Canelo will win. I think he will stop Terence Crawford within 10 rounds. I think that's going to happen. And I hope I'm wrong, but that's just how I got it.
Man, I hope you're right. Damn, I hope you're right. I'm going to be up in this bitch. Oh, boy, I already got, I'm actually going to go to the store tomorrow, and I'm going to get my Mexican shirt, get my Mexican hat, and boy, I'm going to be around here celebrating. I know, I'm not shit. I'm not shit. Everybody on the channel, Athletic Minds, know I ain't shit. So I am completely comfortable with that because it's true.
Good chopping it up with y'all, man.
All right, man. Good. Yeah. So my boy ASVP TV's in the building, and let me go ahead and drop the link as well. Hold on, ASVP TV. Let me drop the link for everybody. I need to drop the link because I know I want to get other people up here. And I think Crawford does have the ability to win the fight. Everybody knows I'm on record saying that I think Crawford can win the fight. It's just I think he's gonna have to fight with a level of precision all fight long. And what has been strange to me is the belief that he's just gonna go in there and just literally stomp Canelo. Like, that's the part that's strange to me.
I mean, we all know it's gonna be a tall task. I don't think we expect him to watch Canelo. I mean, I didn't expect him to watch Spence. But we don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how the weight gonna affect him. I don't know how he gonna take Canelo first punch. What I do know is we gonna find out early. We're gonna find out early if he can deal with Canelo power. So, you know what I'm saying? I got
Let me deal with this. Let me deal with this super chat I just got. Greg, you survived the Spence fight, but you didn't learn. Went back to the same tactics. You won't survive this one. All credibility gone. God bless. Okay. And you know what I want? Because already I've been on record stating that Terence Crawford can win this fight, and that he just has to fight a very well disciplined and precision fight. That's all I've literally said. So I don't know how I've lost credibility, right? But if he gets put in the dirt tomorrow, because there is a strong possibility that he will become Lord Crawford, Warden of the Dirt. If that happens, I want you to bring your ass on the channel and say that everything that you said was bullshit. What's going on, Band Up?
Everything we said is legit.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're gonna give my Huskies respect this year. I've been waiting to say that to you for so long.
Fuck your Huskies.
Yeah. Fuck that 60-point ass whooping we just put on them. Yeah. And we gonna ride it out throughout this whole year. Our running back is mean. But yeah.
Okay, we gonna see.
And we gonna see your face be saddened again. You know what I mean? Because you got butt fucked up. If ain't nobody gonna tell you, I tell you, you got butt fucked up. You know what I mean? Thinking that he gonna get put in the dirt, all this, when we ain't never seen that dude getting knocked down. So how you gonna get in the dirt if he ain't getting knocked down?
Hey, let me tell you something.
Why ain't nobody did it in 41 fights? Why ain't he at least been dropped, put in the ground on his ass cheeks in 41 fights?
I tell you, there's a possibility that he will become Lord Crawford, Warden of the Dirt. I'm telling you, there's a strong possibility in that.
And it's a possibility Canelo's neck's gonna get wrung out. You know what I mean? Get boop, boop, just off them angles and them skills, man. You already know how this is gonna go. I don't know why you hating so hard, Greg. You should. We almost less than 24 hours away, and you still pulling this crap. I thought you would have switched it up by now. I got in this too. Ooh, I can't wait to see that glasses.
Hold on. Just so you understand, I hate Crawford, and guess what? I hate you too. And as a matter of fact, Golden I hate Golden too. So
damn! Why you wanna hate me?
Golden got a shot early. That's fucked up, Greg.
Well, what's going on, Golden?
Man, you know I'm coming to talk my shit. My boy looked good.
Yeah, he did.
Boy looked good. Ain't no fat. Man, let me tell you something. I listen to all y'all talk about Bud gassing out. Y'all need to worry about Canelo being the one gas out. He normally be the one gas out in the middle part of the fight.
I don't think he's gonna gas out. So let me make sure I'm clear on this. I don't think he's gonna gas out. What I'm saying is that the same Crawford that you saw at 47 and 54 won't be the same one in the ring. There'll be a little bit of a timing. The timing will be affected some. The speed will be affected some. The stamina will be affected some. And that is enough for him to not be, his counters to not be as fast. And that is enough for Canelo to time between one of those shots and maybe land. And if he does, then we got to see if Crawford can take Canelo's power. I got Crawford all day long.
I'm asking you a question. Where have you ever seen Crawford have stamina problems?
When have you ever seen Crawford at weigh 168 pounds?
Bro, come on now. Still,
come on, man.
We seen Canelo not weigh 168 pounds and have stamina issues. So what are you talking about?
These guys just don't get it, man. Again,
answer my question. You didn't answer my question.
Okay, I'll answer your question. I'll answer your question. I've never seen him have stamina issues, but I've never claimed that he would have stamina issues in this fight. I'm trying to tell you that if he was let's use it like we were playing like NBA Live. If at 147 his stamina was a 98, at 168 his stamina is going to be like a 90. That's what I'm saying. Because the extra muscle.
That drastic?
Huh?
But his timing ain't gonna be all. Like
no, honestly, on like not even.
Well, we'll see.
Like to get some knowledge when I ask this question, do you think the same things that you have outlined that his team has tried to work on him in this past year about his stamina, man, the fact that his muscles will take more?
So we saw Terence Crawford. Let me ask you a question. Band up. Do you believe that every time Terence Crawford goes in the ring, he's maxed out his capabilities in terms of how hard he's trained?
No. I think he, honestly, I think he keeps it the same regimen of, I think probably for fights like a Spence or like this compared to like an Avanesian, of course, you're going to put more into this than you do for a David Avanesian. That's not even close.
Okay. So whatever you've seen from Terence Crawford in terms of his max capability relative to his conditioning, you've already seen it. So if you take what you've seen at max, because again, and I'm going to compare it to a car. Your car, you have a Toyota Tercel, okay? That Toyota Tercel has a specific engine, carburetor, transmission, all of that, right? And we have optimized it. It's brand new, it's optimized. It's the best it can ever run. If you take the body off of it and you put a Ford Explorer body on top of it, it cannot get from 0 to 60 at the same speed. It just can't. It's going to run out of gas quicker because of all the weight that's on it. So.
That's not true, Greg.
Oh my God. Oh fuck.
Hold on,
my God.
Hold on, Greg.
This is physiology, guys.
Hold on, Greg. It depends on how well you keep the motor and stuff.
No.
Tune up.
No.
You can change it. Listen, just because that man ain't gaining weight,
no,
don't mean nothing. You got to think at how do he perform after he rehydrates and get up into the pipe.
The car has got to replace parts. We heal.
That's why I eliminated all of that. All I said was that you have a brand new engine in a Toyota Tercel. If you today, brand new, took it and tried to get to 0 to 60, maybe you get there in 8 seconds, and then you rode it for a loop around the city, there's a specific amount of gas that you will use. Once you put more weight on the same engine, brand fucking new, it's going to burn gas less efficiently, and it won't be able to get up from 0 to 60 in 8 seconds because of the additional weight. So that's why it doesn't matter. You can the reason why you cannot just hold on real quick. Let me add this. The reason why steroids exist is because you cannot simply gain weight and maintain speed, power, and endurance. That's why people take them. You cannot do it. It does not exist.
Greg.
So are you saying if he don't gas out, he's on something?
With that being said, with
hold
on. With
guys,
athletes,
you're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening.
With athletes, you could take it from a different sport. Bron James was pencil thin, not really pencil thin, but thin when he came to the league. The dude's still growing older, just like Terence is growing older. He's growing bigger, just like Terence is growing bigger. And he's still competing at a high level. So we see athletes still be able to put on weight, put on muscle, keep all this thing, and still be able to perform. Yes, boxing is different from basketball, but don't act like athletes can't do it. And there's not these athletes. These athletes are not everyday you and me, Joe Blow. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna answer you, ASVP TV, and then I'm about to destroy what my man shit. I'm losing your name right now. Band up just said.
Come on now. You know what it is.
ASVP TV, no, I'm not saying that he will gas out. I'm saying that the same output he cannot maintain the same output. So if he was averaging 50 punches a round, what might end up happening now to maintain his endurance, it might go down to 40. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he will gas out. And then for you, when you're talking about LeBron James, LeBron All right, I'm gonna wait for y'all usher. LeBron James has publicly discussed two main periods of weight loss. One in 2014 after 67 days of a strict low-carb diet. And more recent instance in 2023, he lost 10 to 12 pounds to relieve pressure on joints and foot. And the 2014 diet was a personal challenge to test his mental fortitude, while in 2023, tactical move to rehabilitate and regain speed. You cannot add muscle and keep speed and keep endurance unless you're on drugs. I don't know why you don't understand that.
Let me ask you. Calm down. Don't do my boy Band Up like that.
LeBron James meant.
No, man. Band Up his family. Band Up his family. He knows how I get. Go ahead.
If we don't see any visible drop off, will there be accusations? That's all.
Yes, coming from me. Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because I just told you, you cannot add muscle, keep speed, and keep endurance. So if he moves up, I've already clearly seen he's added muscle. If his endurance is fine, but it's fine because his punch output came down, that's normal. I would expect that. If he's a little bit slower, I would expect that. But if all of a sudden I see the same Terence Crawford in terms of speed, output, and power, or at least the power to affect Canelo, guys, that's a clear sign that somebody's on something, because you cannot do that.
But it's going to be hard.
How many fighters have you seen went up and weight and kept the same speed and stuff? How many fighters have you seen do that?
No one.
So Pac-Man didn't do it?
No, Pac-Man was slower at the higher weight class, but Pac-Man was also on that stuff.
Pac-Man still had the speed.
He was still fast.
Sugar Ray went up and fought Marvel Hagler.
Oh my God, they were still fast, but not as fast as the baseline. That's all I'm saying.
But Greg, you got to look at the athletes now and the condition and stuff that they have now. That's more than what they had in the break.
Go read some literature. None of it has changed. Yeah, you can get better. You can get better performance today, but so can Canelo. They can both get better performance. So
One day. Hold up.
You guys just
all y'all sitting here so busy saying boy gonna do this, boy gonna fall, the boy gonna. I don't even think we've seen the best of Terence Crawford yet. To be honest with you, we haven't seen the best. We haven't seen nobody to bring the best out of him yet. Because everybody he fought, he made it look easy, regardless of how they was. He fought some guy who was at the time was at the top of their game.
Lord.
Poster was the boogeyman at 140, and Bo went and dissect his ass.
Lord, please allow this guy to go into the dirt tomorrow, because boxing truly needs a reset.
Yeah, he is.
I know they prayed on his downfall, man. It's okay, bro. And when we're right again, we're gonna be right again. And we're gonna, you know what I mean?
This is why I want him to go in the dirt. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why I want him to go in the dirt is because of illogical reasoning. When I give a very logical, well thought out, scientific explanation as to why you're going to see what you see, and you argue against the science, that is the part that becomes annoying to me.
And that's what I be getting at when I'm like, you really just don't think that, you really think that this man just gonna get wore down. Like, that is crazy.
I didn't. Oh, when did I say that? When did I say that? When did I say that? Let me read.
Look. Wanna know why I say that? Wanna know why I get that? Because I'm a person that's of the mindset when it comes to a skill set like a Terence Crawford or a skill set like a Jerome Boots Ennis. There is one and only one way to beat them, and that you got to beat them at their game. And when you beat them at their game, you have to do it better than them or be able to punch harder than them with being able to take what they have coming back, because neither one of those fighters are going to stop throwing punches, even if they get caught with something. Neither one of those fighters, we have seen it. These are fighters are not, they don't come from the style of taking a punch and going on retreat. No, they're going to take a punch and they're going to throw something back. And that's what I expect to happen. The exchange, whatever the case may be, the smarts of it, the figuring out, the seeing what I got hit with, the seeing what goes back. That's the only way you're going to beat that type of fighter, because they're going to be better. They're going to be good from both ways, both southpaw and orthodox. And then they're gonna be still throwing, like I said. So you gotta be able to punch with them, out punch them, or hurt them. You gotta do something to offset that, with the fact of being able to take have the durability to go with it. And I don't see Canelo having all those.
You don't see Canelo having all those.
No, and it's been shown even in his losses that he doesn't have the durability part. Let's keep it a stat.
Okay, so he won't have the durability. He won't have the ability. Can I ask you a question though? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So who did you have in the Francis Ngannou versus AJ fight?
I knew Ngannou wasn't gonna be able to do that.
No, because I'm asking you this for a reason. You already know I know what the answer is.
Yes, I know you know what the answer.
Who did you have? Who did you have?
The band-up was wrong. That was wrong. But man, I didn't think his gas tank was gonna get ran like that, man. Like, boy, he was giving Fury that. He gave Fury that work. I thought he was gonna come in with nah, bro. He got his lights torn out.
Man, listen.
And the skill set of boxing, I had to eat my words that day, man. So
go ahead.
It showed why not all these UFC fighters should just come over to boxing and think they can do well.
Yeah, just like you should try to move up to 68.
I'm gonna say that to him. I'm gonna say this to him. To me, that was a fixed fight.
Okay.
They're trying to build AJ ass back up, because you look at Francis Ngannou. This man took a full-fledged elbow from Tyson Fury and didn't budge him. This man take elbows when niggas and when they fight in UFC and don't hurt him like that. And you go like, come on, man. They'll try to build AJ back up to be something that he never was.
And look,
let me tell you something.
They dropped the ball, because honestly, what would have sold more is that they had caught Francis with when Wilder was still on his high, when he still was on his high shit, and ran that fight, because at that time Francis had the world record for the strongest punch, and at that time Deontay Wilder had the strongest punch ever in boxing and really putting out lights.
Let me read this. I got to read this super chat real quick, guys. I'm sorry, I missed Jerry's super chat. It says, "That's how you survive, Greg, on YouTube. Push steroid allegations and get sued like your idol. We are smart, aren't we? We must be better as grown men." Yeah, I'm not gonna even comment on that. Go ahead, man. What were you saying?
I never heard no steroid allegations. Yeah, but I think
I've never made steroid allegations. He's talking about the fact that I'm saying that science. You guys know me. I have never been on here talking about Terence Crawford and no steroids, but because that's not my deal, and I haven't seen. Yeah, and I haven't seen anything that would suggest that Terence Crawford is on steroids. But I'm telling you, if I see something that I know is not scientifically possible, meaning Terence Crawford goes up and he has more power, he's putting out the same work output, he has the same speed, that is not possible. That is scientifically not possible. And you're not going to make me ignore that it's not scientifically possible. What we saw against Arrol Spence was absolutely possible. There was nothing different about Terence Crawford in that fight. But going up 3 weight classes and having the same speed, power, and endurance, steroids exist for a reason. It exists because you can't do that.
That is wild. People, you do know people. I mean, this has happened with bigger weights, and it's been one. I keep bringing up the Bernard Hopkins and Antonio Tarver, and can't nobody ever dispute that. They just say, "Oh, okay." He
went up. Yeah, he went up 2 weight classes. He was a career 160 pounder that melted, but he was melting himself down to make 160. He probably should have gone up years prior to that. So he went up and won. Sure, it has happened. Sugar Ray went up 2 weight classes and won. Sure, but it's
So why
not
is
the
it such a
standard.
far fetch when we point out this man's skills and we say this man's going to do the same
So
thing?
you want to know why? You want to know why?
Because at
You
the
want
end
to
of
know
the day,
why? You want to know why? I can tell you why.
muscle gain or anything, nothing. Hey, at the end of the day, you're not going to stop his skill set. You're not.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why. Number one, you got one guy who was a career 175 pounder, and you got another guy.
Canelo not a career 175 pounder.
I'm talking about Hopkins versus Tarver. So,
okay.
Tarver was a career 175 pounder. Hopkins was a career 160 pounder and probably started at 168. So they were not that far apart. Canelo started his career technically at 147 when he was 15, but by the time he was an adult, he probably should have already been at 54 or 60. Crawford started his career at 35, I think. So there is a much bigger gap in Canelo versus Terence Crawford. Those are two different things, right?
Okay,
That's number one. That's number one. Then when you look at their frames are different. All you gotta do is look at Canelo's head and neck. Their frames. Crawford got all that muscle on, and his neck looks the same. It's because it's artificial muscle, guys. It's not his natural frame. And when it's not your natural frame, you find out very quickly. Very quickly. Kale Brook moved up 2 weight class. You just heard him. Got put in the dirt. He said, immediately, I realized that there was going to be a difference. Immediately. I can play the clip for you again. Immediately, I realized it. So if all of a sudden you see Canelo throw something hard and Crawford's like kind of flinches or try to get out of the way real quick, or it moves his body even though it didn't land, could be some trouble.
Okay, so I can kind of get what you behind that body thickness thing. You know what I mean? The muscle, the mass, but where it kind of differs is if you gotta. I understand one might be a little thicker. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, but when you look at them, the dynamics is not that different. I understand where they started years ago. You know what I mean? Started at a different weight class, whatever the case may be. People can say.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
How tall is Sugar Ray Leonard? Say that again. I'm sorry.
I don't know the dynamics.
Okay. What the fuck does moving steel weight have to do with it? Jerry Soriano, Greg, how did Crawford deadlift 400 pounds at 147? Do you guys even understand the mechanics of deadlifting?
Yes, I've done deadlifting. I don't do a lot of it.
Do you? So then you know the taller you are and the further you have to carry the weight, the harder it becomes.
You gotta get
the shorter you are, the higher probability is just like bench pressing. The shorter the arms, the easier it is for a bench. Like, stop talking to me about lifting weights. I used to know a guy named Wally. I grew up with Wally. He was one of my best friends growing up. Wally couldn't bench press 135. I was working out with like 185. Wally used to throw me all around the place. Weightlifting does not mean shit. Nothing. Stop.
I worked when I did some time a couple years ago. I was 16, right? Boom. I was 17 when I was in there. And my first roommate and I'm still cool with this dude. His name is Lace. This dude was my height. Probably I'm 6 foot, so he's probably an inch taller than me. 6'1", and can bench press 415 pounds with a torn shoulder. I promise you, he had a torn shoulder, had a wrap on it and everything, and still was able to bench press 415 pounds. But this dude don't look like that if he had a sweater on. You would never understand. And he wasn't that tall of a guy, and you had staff that are these big muscle guys that was like, bro, I don't even know if I even want to mess with this dude. Like, couldn't even tackle the dude or anything like that. Couldn't do nothing, Lace, because of the sheer strength. And those are big, thick guys, and they're not trying to mess with a guy that's that type of build, you know what I mean? That type of stature, that type of cut.
What's going on, Mr. Vegas? All I'm doing is putting the science out there, guys. This is how bodies work. It's just that simple. It's how your body works. I'm not saying that Crawford can't win. I'm just saying that I think Athletic Minds brought up a great point, and I've been saying the same thing. Like Crawford's ability to be dominant has always been contingent on his ability to hurt the opponent. That's how he's been dominant, guys.
He was. I mean, it
So he's
took a
been
while.
dominant.
It took a while to hurt. What's it called? And he was still doing his damn thing. It took a while to hurt Benavidez, and he was still doing his damn thing until he hurt him and got him out of there. So it's not.
Oh, like that fight was close. That fight was close. That fight was close. That fight was close. Hold on, I got another super chat from my boy Tunnel Vision. Shout out to Tunnel Vision. He says, "You can't get physically bigger, but the heart that pumps blood to all the muscles stays the same." Exactly what I've been saying. But they are the same size. No excuses for either. Okay, I feel that. I feel that.
167.5.
167.5. Canelo going. You know what? Let me play this because this is something that I think you guys probably haven't heard. I think it's an interesting comment that this guy made. I'm gonna play this real quick for you all because I think you need to hear this. Because in reality, I don't think they're the same size. I'm gonna play this. Let me know if you can hear it.
I remember I had Brian Rhodes fight Canelo, and we heard about Canelo. He's massive. He's this. He's that. And then the weigh-in, and I'm looking at both on scales. And I'm looking at Ryan. I'm looking at Canelo on scales. I'm thinking, he's not that much bigger. I mean, he's a little bit big, but he ain't that big. Okay, but then it comes to fight night, and we're in the ring waiting for Canelo to walk to the ring, and Canelo walks in. He's got this green dressing gown on, and it looks like he's got shoulder pads in. Right, so he's just walking in, and he gets in the ring. You look at him, and they're not shoulder pads. His shoulders are filling out this dressing robe. He takes his top off, and he's a completely different fighter. He's huge, thick pecs, shoulders, neck, everything's massive. You look at his back, and usually when you see somebody and you look at your fight and you think your fight is, it'll be a lot of like young prospects. Sometimes they might look at someone and they're massive. Just think, And I'm looking at Ryan and looking at Canelo, I think, I know what you're thinking. And usually you'll go, yeah, but when somebody's usually big on the upper body, they got little matchstick legs. I looked at Canelo's legs. Now his legs were huge. His calves were like football. I was like, "What the do you say here?" So, so the weigh-in isn't the thing because Canelo kind of looks like normal at the weigh-in, and it might not look a big thing. It's fight night. I remember.
Bud might go to sleep. They won't look the same size when they get in the ring.
Greg, I'm asking you a question. Is Canelo gonna come in the ring with heels on? He been wearing heels all every day for the longest now. Trying a little taller. Is he gonna wear heels for the fight?
Nah, he ain't gonna wear no heels for the fight. I got another super chat, man. Let me address this super chat. Canelo won't lose power punching up. So what you mean by that, ill will? You saying that he won't lose power? Oh, you're saying that because he's a little bit taller? Yeah, no, he won't lose any power. I'm baffled. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm completely baffled by this. And have they had the ceremonial weigh-in yet?
I don't know. I ain't seen it.
No,
I haven't seen it pop. I haven't seen it pop up anywhere at all.
I've been looking for it.
Yeah, I've been looking for it too because I certainly wanted to see what Canelo looked like at the ceremonial weigh-in. Because I want to see what his energy looked like.
Did you hear? I don't know if you caught it. Did you hear? Bud say he likes to after the original weigh-in, he just likes to chill, whatever. So he tries to come in on weight like a day before. So like I guess the day before the official weigh-in, he already weighs that much, so he could just chill that day, or whatever the case may be. So he's technically giving himself a little bit more time to rehydrate. Am I right?
I don't think he's gonna rehydrate.
Oh, you think that's just where he's gonna be?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be close to that weight.
Okay.
I don't think Boy gonna go no more than about maybe about 175 the tops.
Hey man, I don't care. I don't care what weight he is, as long as at the end of the fight somebody pulling him up out of the earth. That's all I care about.
I just want to know. I just want to know what would your response be if this dude punch him and Canelo take a step back? Now that would be crazy.
Man, listen, don't do Greg. Like, this how Greg face look. If Bud go in there and stop Canelo, that's how Greg gonna look.
Oh,
he gonna be quiet. He ain't gonna say nothing. He gonna take that documentary and burn it up.
I'm gonna have so much content, man. I'm going to y'all gonna think I'm Manager Marty.
Oh hell no! You ain't that bad though.
Hey, if all of a sudden Crawford's moving up and hurting Canelo, not you can always, like, people can get hurt from a punch they don't see. Like, I mean, that's common sense, right? So, all right, that is what it is.
If he wins this fight, I just know this: if he wins this fight, his durability is no longer a question, and if he decides to go back down, I don't want to hear nobody favor anybody over Bud in 54 division. Period.
I really need this. Boxing really needs a reset.
That means they have nothing to hurt him with.
Listen. You guys are living in a world that is it's fantasy land at this point. Like you, Golden, Shelton Moore, man, y'all are all in fantasy land. I'm telling you, man. You guys believe that this guy walks on water. Yeah, y'all are. Y'all believe that this guy is unbeatable, that he walks on water, and I'm telling you, this guy is in for, at minimum, a tough fight. But you all act like this is a foregone conclusion that Bud's gonna go in there and whoop the boy's ass.
Well, Greg, you know who my favorite fight is?
Who?
You know who my favorite fight is?
Who that?
Wilder. And when I was sick, he lost.
Gonna be sick again.
And I ate that. So if Bud was to go in there, it's not gonna affect me as much as it did with Wilder. I can't even go back and look at Wilder getting knocked out the way he did. The worst one when he got that Zane, was Zane had that motherfucker turn around, ain't know where the hell he was at.
That was awful.
I was sick about that. So if Bud gonna lose Canelo, it's not gonna affect me. Yeah, I'm a Bud Crawford fan, and I want him to beat the hell out of Canelo, because I don't like Canelo.
I tried really hard to get there, man, but y'all wouldn't let me arrive. Y'all wouldn't let me get there. I tried to get there. I tried to be on Crawford's side.
We don't want you there. We want you to stay right where you at.
Okay.
It's fun. It's fun. Then if Bud lose, I'm coming right to your station, and I'm gonna set my thing. I'm gonna let you grease me up, and then tell me, yeah, you got beat down. I want you to do this and that down. I'm gonna have your Mexican hat on, your shirt. But if Bud beat that ass, you bring your Mexican hat and shirt and put that shit on fire right on TV.
Man,
no, we probably won't have a show.
I just don't want to hear nothing bad about my guy again.
Yeah, we probably won't have a show.
You guys all we don't say nothing bad about him. We tell you he's a pound for pound fight. Man, get the fuck out of here. We all know he pound for pound. Say something else. God damn it. Oh, he's a good fighter. We all know he's a good fighter. Say something else. God damn it. Is it hard for you to say the real shit? Yeah, it is. It's okay. And then Greg want to say it's because of his fans. What's wrong with us? What me and Mr. Greg do? Huh? What we do? What we do wrong? What me and Jerry do? What we do? What we do wrong? We ain't do nothing wrong. So tell you how shit was gonna go, and then it went how it went, and then we had to go. We had to let you guys know, because before that, the one you guys want to say we're holding on to for 2 years. Before that, it was all this other bullshit talk about how this and that and this and that, and how he wasn't shit. And then he went in there and put on a performance, and then you guys got mad talking about we should shut up about it. But if he had lost, you guys wouldn't have shut up about it. Oh, you guys wouldn't shut up about it ever. You guys still would have been talking about, well, he lost to him. Well, even if he had lost,
Greg would have been still talking about it.
Right? Even if Bud had lost and somehow managed to be in this Canelo position, you guys would still be talking about that Spence loss.
I really would.
Everything bad about the man, and he ain't took a fucking loss. So imagine if he had. You guys would get on his head.
I really wouldn't have been talking about this for 2 years, man. I would have been done with that fight probably after about a month, because I really would have. Y'all guys gotta. You'll see after this fight. If Terence Crawford loses, I'm probably gonna go for at least 2 years.
I need my 2 years back.
Hey, yo, y'all don't know the amount of vitriol that I've had to read through my comment sections. And I like to be hated. I actually love the hate. Like when cats can't stand me, when I used to play basketball, I used to love to go on the road, man. I love the people booing you and talking shit and all that. I loved it. So I love being hated. I could go through and read my comments, man, and sleep like a baby. So I didn't really care about that. What annoyed me was when people started showing up in videos that had nothing to do with Terence Crawford, and then they're talking about you got to fight wrong, but that really started to piss me off, and I let it go. But then when you use literally science, physiology states that you cannot add lean muscle mass when you have already maxed out what your body is capable of from an endurance standpoint. Add 14 pounds of lean muscle and then turn around and tell me that you can perform in the same way. Scientifically, it is not possible. So when you, and you know what's so funny? Jason was a physical trainer. He would tell you the same thing. Right now, if I brought a PhD in exercise science on here and explained all this to y'all would still tell me in a week or so he can do it. That is the stuff that pisses me off, where it's like you just live in some land that doesn't exist. And so I need for the Terence Crawford bubble needs to pop. It needs to pop. That shit is like the housing bubble back in 08, 09. That shit needs to burst. And hopefully on 2013, he is burst and spread all across the ring. That's what I want to see.
Man, that's crazy that you want to see that.
Why? Why is it crazy? Why is it crazy? Why is it crazy? Tell me why it's crazy. Tell me why it's crazy.
Because I understand that you be getting all this, but you don't understand what we have to go through. And the envy, the shit that you hear, man, you gotta understand when people talk about prior to that EJ fight or even after, shit, man, we get booted out of channels and we get 500 second and put in timeouts. You get muted just for them niggas that just to mute us to be fucking wrong. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Like CeeLo Green said, ain't that some shit?
Have you ever been timed out on this channel?
Huh? Oh no, because you guys are taking y'all punches like a grown man.
Okay,
you guys are taking y'all punches, and I've been here probably, you know what I mean, probably the first 100, probably the first 200, 300 subscribers. You know what I mean, I caught you guys kind of early.
Yeah. You've been around for a long time. Here's my issue, man. And by the way, we at 24,000 now.
I know, that's crazy, man. I love it. I love seeing it, man. I love seeing it.
Do you guys know how hard it is to grow on YouTube as from 0 to 24,000? We didn't have no connections in boxing. We didn't know nobody in boxing. We couldn't interview nobody. We grew based off of hustle, grit, and being innovative in how we approached it. It is hard to grow on YouTube. There is a ton of boxing channels on YouTube with 100, 200, 300, 1,000. A ton of them. And now we one of the biggest, we probably in at least top 20 biggest boxing channels on YouTube. They all know us. You guys ever heard of Multimedia or whatever it is? They do documentaries. They actually had a clip from AM Sports Media in their stuff. I am humbled and I am so proud that we've been able to get to where we are. I'm ecstatic about it. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's good, Craig. I enjoy being on the show. I got to get ready for our show. We get ready to do a show in a little bit, so I'm gonna go get ready for my show with my partner E Thriller, the Black Picasso.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna check you out later on and everything.
All right, bet.
But believe me, I will be back tomorrow night to hold your hand. I'm gonna buy you a box of pictures.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something though, Golden. If I drink this thing. It's called Chattanooga whiskey. If he goes into the dirt, I want you to, because I know you live in Georgia. I want you to ride to my house. I'm gonna give you my address. I want you to come to my house. I want you to bring me a bottle of Chattanooga whiskey. We're gonna sit down here in the live stream. You're gonna sit right there on that chair, right there. and we're gonna drink Chattanooga whiskey during the live stream. I don't drink. Oh, you don't drink. Okay. Bring me some wings. But whatever it is you're gonna do, you're gonna come. You're gonna sit right there on that couch, and we're gonna watch you cry.
And listen, and when Bud beat him, I want you to. This is what I want for you. If Bud beat Canelo, I want you to go out and buy you a Bud T-shirt. And wait.
I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna come right on here, and I'm gonna show you guys. Wipe my ass with it.
Hey man, I'll check later. We're gonna get ready for the show, man.
All right, man. All right, later.
Bud win. If Bud win, because you guys are getting bigger. The first one of y'all with little road trips, it got to be the first two. You got to come to the town.
What town?
Seattle.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Omaha. They ain't about to beat my ass in Omaha. I'm not showing up to Omaha. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Now, I'm a real dude. Well, you know what? Let me back up. Before I had kids, I'm the type of dude that would show up in Omaha. I am. I was that I was that kind of dude. This Greg ain't that kind of dude. I ain't about to do nothing. I ain't with all that. But if he loses, I'm telling you right now, and I've enjoyed myself doing this. Whether he wins or lose, I really enjoy doing this because, this channel is how I let out my creative juices. This is how I channel my creativity. I've had such a great time with creating content if he loses. Let me tell you something. If Terence Crawford loses tomorrow, I already got ammo in the clip. And I'm going to start firing them off.
You can have as much ammunition as you want. You, Jason, Greg, Manager Marty, you guys can have all the ammunition that you want. If Bud loses tomorrow, you know what I'm going to tell you? I don't even know what I can say to that. Man, that's unfathomable in my mind. But I'm gonna save it for you. Actually, I'm gonna save it for you. And I'm gonna tell you. Because I got something to tell you.
Why you gonna save it? Tell me now.
It's gonna be real special.
So
it's gonna be delivered hot for you.
Again. And I've said this already. I've said this already.
Exclamation and none of that.
Listen, guys, I want everybody on here to understand this right now. Terence Crawford loses on Saturday night. Sunday morning, I'm going to do a show. It's going to be called The Eulogy.
I work security, bro. I'm missing the Ludacris concert for this.
Oh, it's going to be called The Eulogy, and then the evening show will be called The Repass. He better not lose, guys. I'm telling you, I've already thought of all my concepts. I know what everything.
We got to do a party bus.
No, man. If he wins, it's business as usual. The next day, I'll just do a live stream. Yeah, I'll do the live stream. I'll probably do
Sunday at 2:00.
No, man. I see y'all Sunday at 4 p.m. I'll probably do 4 p.m. to about 4:30, and then we'll call it a day.
Will Jason be here? Will Jason be here to help you on this slaughter that you will receive if that man wins?
I don't know, but I didn't have Jason with me the morning after when Arrol lost. It was just me.
I want his head on the platter too. Because if he don't, we just going to double dip. Next time he come back, we're going to double dip, and you have to hear it all over again. So he might as well get out of the way. He might as well just pop up.
My boy Juice Lee in the building. Juice Lee is in the building. What's up? Juice Lee has been around in the comment section on my ass. It has to be for like 2-3 years now. Juice Lee, how long you been around? It has to have been like at least 2 years, at least. But I mean, honestly though, man, all seriousness, at the end of the day, this is where from a fight fan. Yeah, so Jerry said, Greg, are you still interested in gate revenue? I've already addressed the gate revenue. I think that's amazing, fantastic that it's the third highest generating gate revenue, if that holds true. But I would expect it to be the third highest gate revenue, considering the arena is 3 times bigger than the first two that have the record. Those two arenas average about 20,000 seats. You're talking about an arena that can seat 65. So context is key, my brother. Context is key.
So Crawford, so Crawford sell, right?
Canelo sells.
Crawford sells, right?
Canelo sells.
Well, I don't see him and William Skull doing this, or the dude
Canelo
before that,
sells.
or the
Canelo
dude before
sells.
that. You need the
Canelo
right dance
sells.
partner. You need the right dance partner, right?
Canelo sells.
Against who?
Every time he does a fight, he sells 600,000 pay-per-views. What are we talking about?
And this is about to be his biggest. Ain't that some shit?
Is it?
Against a dude that don't sell.
Is it?
Ain't
Is it
that
really?
some shit? Ain't
Is
that
it?
some shit?
Is it?
Yes, it is. Oh, I think it is.
Is
I
it?
think it is. It's
You
gonna be the
sure?
one he's most paid for.
Then why
It's gonna be
they ain't
his
put it on
most viewed
pay-per-view?
fight.
Why they ain't put it
It's
on
gonna be his
pay-per-view?
most attended fight.
Why
And
they
it's
ain't put it on
against who?
pay-per-view? Why they ain't put it on
And
pay-per-view?
it's against who?
Why they ain't put it on pay-per-view?
So we can get more eyes to it.
No,
Yeah,
because they know that shit wasn't gonna sell. That shit wasn't gonna sell like that.
Hold on, just like Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano when they was with Jake Paul, they was over there on Netflix. It was okay for them. You know what I mean? Just like, you know what I mean, all these people going to Netflix. Why can't Crawford do it? Why can't
They can go
Canelo
to
do it?
they can go to Netflix, but dude, come on, man. There's a reason why all those dudes over there, man, with
So
turkey
if
out of
this is on
sheep
pay per
balls
view,
in his
hey, if
mouth.
this is a pay per view, how much? What were you saying it's gonna sell in?
He
Just by
probably would
what
have
you're
sold
seeing
like
now.
about 500-600.
We going a little higher than that.
Look. There is a reason why those guys are over there with turkey out of sheep balls in their mouth. They got salty, soddy balls in their mouth. And it is because they know that this fight couldn't happen without him taking an L for it. Because the money that both of those guys wanted to actually make the fight, the actual economics of the fight wouldn't justify it.
Didn't
So
Turkey
that's
already
the
address
reason why. That's the
in his
reason why they're saying that.
Isn't it? Didn't Turkey already address the reason that that he wasn't really caring about like getting the money back? He just wanted to put the biggest events on.
Well, I'm not talking about that. My point is the reason why this fight is happening is because the two gentlemen that are involved with the fight would have wanted a sum of money that the economics of the fight wouldn't support. So that's the reason why everybody's so thankful to Turkey out of sheep, because somebody's picking up the bill for it, and it's him. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, get the money where you get the money. Somebody's out there to get it. Fuck it.
Hey man, go get the money, man. Go get. I ain't mad at. Hey man, listen. Crawford figured out a way to influence someone else.
Before he was working with Turkey, he kept asking about certain fights. People kept asking about certain fights, like who's gonna pay for the fight? Who's gonna pay for the fight? Now he got a nigga to start paying for fights, and he's starting choosing the opponent he's with.
Hey man, Turkey paying for the fights, man. Congratulations to Turkey for paying for the fights, man. Outstanding job. Or Saudi Arabia is paying for the fights. You know, I had some lunatic who hadn't been in our Discord for probably like, I don't know, 6-8 months, come into Discord and talk about Turkey al-Sheikh as though they were an expert on Turkey al-Sheikh. Didn't even realize that Turkey is not the one that's actually funding the money. He actually thought it was Turkey's money. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Boxing fans are so stupid. They come in and take credit for stuff that they didn't even know originally. It's amazing. But anyway, this is a fight that we got. I'm going to enjoy it. I think it's great for boxing fans to come together and just have a big event. So however we got here is of no consequence. Canelo versus Saunders in Smith, Texas Stadium, bigger. I don't even know what that means, man. It's probably another. It's probably another irrelevant comment.
Yeah. Like I said, you need the right dance partner, man. And I think honestly, even if like, I don't know if it'll be this big per se, but if Turkey had found a way to do boots and bud instead of this, I think that'd been big as hell too.
Yeah, again, it'll be interesting. I'm just gonna focus on this fight. I'm gonna come together as fight fans.
Would it be Crawford be the one to sell, or would it be Boots? Would you have to get that to Boots? And I got another question for you too. Actually, I got two, but go ahead, answer that one.
What's the question?
If they had make it a big ass event, and if it wasn't Canelo, and if it was Boots and Crawford, would you still say Crawford don't sell? It's because of Boots?
And it's an event that's as big as this?
Not as, of course, it wouldn't be this damn big, but you know what I mean, big.
No, it'd be because of Crawford.
Okay, and that would kill the notion that he don't sell, right?
Of course, but we saw him against Madrimov, and I didn't do shit.
Here we go with that one. No, but my other question to you is, In this fight, because I know knockdowns matter, right? Now I've asked a couple channels, I want your perspective on it. Knockdowns matter. So if we go into this fight and Canelo gets knocked down, can you see Canelo getting back up and still winning the fight, and vice versa for Crawford?
Man, that's a great question, man. Canelo's never been down, so you have to worry about the psyche of Canelo if he goes down, because he's never been there. So that would be interesting. It'd be like, whoa, fuck. I mean, I think everybody would be shocked if Canelo went down. I wouldn't be shocked if Canelo went down. I wouldn't be shocked if Canelo went down after just like a lot of punishment, depending on if, Crawford can get off like he got off on Spence, but like from one shot seems unlikely. So I don't know if Crawford, to me, I think Crawford is, he seems like a dog. I don't know for 100% that he's a dog, but he seems like a dog. And so my thing is, it feels like Crawford would get back up and have a chance for the win. But again, we just don't. That's what makes the fight interesting, man, because we don't know. There's a lot of different aspects of the fight that we don't know or understand. So I think that's what's going to make it great. But let me read off this super chat real quick. Chris Cross 280 hit us with the $5. Ready to see the mega celebration tomorrow as Bud wobbles around the ring on Bambi legs and the tears of Bud buddies. Flow.
He said that in the super chat too. And my last question for you, Greg, was will you, because I know how you think, bro. You be trying to gas, bro. If Crawford goes in there and really puts on a show and the judges somehow still give it to Canelo and you feel that he actually did do a good job, will you still try to kill us for the loss that he has on his resume?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You wanted the truth, right? You want me to lie to you?
And you still coming out that punk ass documentary?
No, the documentary. If I thought he should have won and he lost, no. If he loses and he loses decisively, documentary's coming. I'm talking about, brother, I already got the entire thing teed up. All I need is the outcome. If the outcome happens, y'all gonna get the documentary on Sunday afternoon. Listen, if the outcome that I think could happen happens, I'm gonna have the eulogy Sunday morning. I'm gonna have the repast Sunday afternoon, evening, and then the documentary is gonna premiere right after the repast. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Oh my goodness, boy. Y'all better hope he wins. I am going to, you guys will see a side of me that you have never seen before in your life. And it's going to be pent up aggravation, not from Arrol losing, because I was fine with Arrol losing. Pent up aggravation from people who continue to run their mouth as though they're experts on things because they got one fight right. And they cannot stop celebrating one fight. That's the part that I can't stand. So I have your fun and all that stuff, but man, when you talk about you know what a Gatling gun is?
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna be spraying for at least 2 months. Y'all, all this, I think it was Juice Lee that called us BNN. That's exactly what we're gonna turn into. I'm gonna even get the logo. It's gonna say BNN. It's gonna look just like CNN. I'm gonna wear the shirt. BNN. I'm gonna be reporting on every bit of news that has to do with Terence Crawford if he gets his ass whooped. Terence Crawford was at the coffee shop. In his right eye still swollen. His left eye still swollen. Y'all, you gotta.
Wishful thinking.
Be gracious. I was gracious in my loss. Terence Crawford fans did not have class in their win. Be gracious and have class in your wins and your losses. You didn't have class in your wins, so I won't have class if he loses.
I showed perfect respect. I said nothing. I was a lie. He had a show band up where he was lying at.
Nah, Band Up, you've been good. You've been good. But you know what? You must take the punishment for all your other Bud Buddy friends.
And I've always stood pat, man. I always said, bro, I'm a person that goes off what the fighter wants, man. If the fighter that I think is gonna win, if he feels like he got this, you gotta take him for his word.
Listen.
Sitting here saying he's literally saying he's good. And you know it's crazy. I find it weird that Canelo want to keep pointing out to everybody that he's in his prime. He keeps saying, "I'm in my prime." I'm in my prime. I'm in my prime. Like, why you want to keep telling everybody that? Like,
But hold on. I got a couple of other people in the building, but real quick, what I expect to do, what I think is highly probable, is that on Saturday night, I will be drinking the tears of Bud Buddies.
Oh my God.
Oh man, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fantastic. Shelton Moore is in the building. Shelton, what's going on, man? You live out there, right? You live in person?
No, man. Some shit went funky. Some money got spent that wasn't supposed to get spent.
Oh fuck.
So, but I did wind up selling my ticket back to Ticketmaster. So I got $491. They kept 100. So I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm mad
That
though.
sucks, man.
A lot of people I want to hook up with is out there. A couple of my partners, a couple of females. It's live out there. Though. I've been getting calls all day, bro.
I bet it is.
All day.
I bet it is, man. I bet it is.
It's live out there. Oh, they was really, and they've been talking about the fights. The fights Wednesday, which were good. I saw those, and the fights last night were good. Also, good fights.
Okay.
Jaleel Hackett got to work on his defense though. He get clipped a lot.
Okay, I didn't even know about those fights. And then we also got ASVP TV back in the building, man. What's up?
Yeah, man, we didn't give you no classy. We ain't act too classy because y'all got an excuse every time you look up. You know what I'm saying? So we got to ether you with the Arrol Spence shit. So,
see, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Nope.
We gotta get you.
Yep. So then I tell you what, if he loses, don't be upset because I am going to empty the motherfucking clip. It will not be pretty. It will not. You better hope he wins, boy. You better hope he wins because what I'm gonna throw out there, it's gonna be incredible.
Did you see the presser?
I did.
Squad, right?
What did you see? Let me get your thoughts. What did you see? Because I know what I saw.
I saw a relaxed Terence Crawford, but this is just an interpretation because you really never know what's going on in the psyche of a person.
Right, exactly.
I saw a Canelo Alvarez that I thought was pretty relaxed, but seemed a little agitated. Crawford presented himself as though he was really confident that he was going to be 3-time undisputed. Canelo goes in there and he just basically talks about, he's going to give it all he got and da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, personally, I personally have not paid a lot of attention to Canelo Alvarez's press conferences. So I can't say whether he's acting different when he says, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give it my best and da-da-da-da. I have a feeling that's what he always says. And, yeah, man, so, Crawford didn't look nervous to me. He looked relaxed to me. But, man, I mean, who knows, man? That's what makes the fight intriguing, Shelton. We don't know.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Well, I saw one guy got his team up there, all 5 of his belts permanently displayed. He up there with the wife beater on and the Versace shades. He chilling, asking questions, answering questions, making jokes, talking shit to Max Kellerman. He be in himself, but a little bit outside of himself. What I'm saying is because the other guy on the other side, he got his trainer there, he got his business partners there, and he had 4 bottles of water. That's all he had. So to me, what I'm looking at is that maybe the cat got a little bit too fat.
We don't know. It's possible. But man, I'm gonna tell you something. Tim Bradley said he knows for a fact that Canelo been working, and he was talking about he's in the industry. He knows he's like Canelo has been working. Like this ain't no.
Well, I saw the weigh-in this morning. They both weighed in at 167.5, so they both is in tip-top shape to me.
No, I agree. Like again, we don't know what's going to end up happening. Let me answer this question here real quick. Juice Lee asked me, what do you think of the weigh-in? And so at the weigh-in, this is my personal opinion. And this is the reason why in the Discord I said, I really want to see the ceremonial weigh-in. Because to me, Crawford looked fine. He looked fresh. He didn't look, I don't think Crawford's going to have to rehydrate or anything. He looked fine. Canelo, to me, looked a bit depleted. Like when he was stepping up on the scale, it was almost like he was balancing himself. I was like, God dang, Canelo. So it'll be important to see what Canelo looks like at the official weigh-in. Yeah, man, we just don't. I don't know what. ASVP TV. I thought it was you that said in the Discord that Canelo over the last 2 fights prior to this weighed in at 166, right?
Yeah, he was somewhere around 166. He didn't hit the actual limit.
So maybe the 167.5. Maybe Canelo doesn't have an issue. Maybe he always looked like that. I don't know, but he looked a bit lethargic to me. But he got more than he had more. He's gonna have more than 24 hours to rehydrate. So by tomorrow night, he might look perfectly fine. I don't know. That's why I wanted to see the ceremonial weigh-in. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Greg. I want to see the ceremonial because to me they both look in shape, ready to go.
Yeah.
When I saw this morning, they look in shape, ready to go. So I want to see what they look like tonight. You know, if there's going to be, and you know what? The one thing I will say that I congratulate both gentlemen on is they've both been conducting themselves like consummate professionals.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. No, it's good to see that. And I think Crawford has talked confidently enough that, it's enough of the hype, and, Canelo does what Canelo does. So again, what I would be looking for and what would be so intriguing to me is to see how Canelo deals with the counterpunching. I think I have a feeling how he's going to deal with it, but it'll be interesting to see how he deals with the counterpunching. It'll be interesting to see how Terence Crawford deals with the added weight. Does he look slower? Does he look less explosive? It'll be interesting to see. And don't get me wrong, I expect to see some deviation in what Crawford was, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be like depleted. It just means that he'll be a little bit less fast, a little bit less endurance, but it will just mean that he has to be a little bit more patient in how he execute. I'd be curious to see that. I'd be curious to see what Crawford looks like once Canelo lands somewhere. If he lands on the arm and Crawford doesn't seem to like
can't make a simple fucking pass.
So if he lands on Crawford's arms and Crawford looks like his body is jolted by it, that will be interesting, right? And then we'll see what ends up happening once each one of the fighters land their first kind of big shot. Let's see what happens. Like if Crawford lands the first big shot on Canelo and Canelo is like, shit, this is fucking nothing, then, oh man, it could be a long fight. It could be a long fight. If Crawford lands something clean and Canelo is like, holy shit, this guy can punch, hey man, we got to fight. If Canelo lands something and Crawford eats it, like, holy shit, we got to fight. If Canelo lands something and Crawford looks, even though he may not stumble or wobble, he looks clearly affected by it, could be a long night. So it's just so many. It's about 5 or 6 ways that this could play out. We don't know. But my thing is the probability is that Canelo is going to be able to punch hard enough to really have Crawford's respect. And Canelo is known for punching with a counterpuncher. So that also spells danger for Terence Crawford. So we got to see what ends up happening. Like Crawford can take the punch. We got a real fight on our hands. If he can't, He gonna get his ass dog walked. I'm hoping it's the latter. If you're not sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of hate to have for one guy, man.
What do you mean? Didn't you hate Arrol Spence?
No, I didn't hate Arrol Spence. I had no hatred or no ill will in my heart for Arrol Spence. I just knew by watching Arrol Spence and watching his career, he had never been prepared to fight the dude he was going to fight. Because he kept fighting the same. The only problem with Arrol was a monster, but he kept fighting the same guys over and over. Those guys were flat-footed. They all came forward. They all threw a bunch of punches. The only time he fought a mover was Porter, and Porter gave him all kind of issues. Rest of them dudes was flat-footed, come forward guys. Starting with Leonard Bundu, flat-footed, come forward guy.
No, man.
That was the only problem I had with him.
I hear you, man. And you know, my thing is, I don't hate Terence Crawford. I don't wish, or let me say this, I don't wish ill will on Terence Crawford. I don't want him to get hurt. I definitely don't want that. What I want is for this bubble of invincibility to burst. That's the part that I'm tired of. Because I think he's a really good fighter. I think he's a really, really good fighter. But I'm just tired of hearing the same thing from Bud Buddies. That's my thing. And oh my God, the level.
What are you hearing that pisses you off so bad? What are you hearing? Because I don't know. What are you hearing?
You know, I'm hearing stuff like, okay, so if I say something like Terence Crawford has added muscle mass, with adding muscle mass, it will naturally require more oxygen. If he's already maxed out his cardiovascular conditioning at the lower weight classes, so he will naturally be a little bit, I don't want to say less conditioned, but it's more like he will naturally need to pace himself in a way where he doesn't get tired quicker because of the added muscle. That's a very logical statement that I'm making. You don't know shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You got the Bud fight. You got the Crawford. You got the Spence fight wrong. You don't know nothing about boxing. Leave it for people that know the game. Leave it. It's like I'm tired of hearing that shit.
But you can't listen to those people. You can't listen to those people, Greg.
I get it. I gotta see him go into the dirt though, Shelton.
Most
I gotta
of them
see
people
it.
still live in their mama's basement, man.
I know they do. But I got to drink their tears. I have to do it. I have no other choice. If he wins, great. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Shelton, and I've said this on the platform. If Crawford getting knocked out would sting, as much as people think I hate Crawford, seeing him get knocked out would sting like a motherfucker. Because I don't want to see a black fighter get stretched. I just by another, ethnicity. I don't want to see it. So it was.
Now you feel my pain.
Yeah.
Now you feel my pain. I don't hate Jermell Charlo. I hate the way he went out. Yeah. He allowed himself to be punked by that dude. That's what I hate.
Nah, man, I totally agree. And my thing is, Crawford. I after the fight, I was like, I'm Team Crawford if he fights Canelo Alvarez, but they just kept going and going and going, and I just got to a point.
Hey, we weren't that bad.
No, and it wasn't even just you, but you. Every time somebody says something to you, you throw one of those ugly ass fucking gifts in the Discord. See, that's what the fuck I'm talking about right there. Man, we'll never. Man, Greg, you didn't even come in the Discord to celebrate the anniversary. That bullshit right there. I'm tired of it. There needs to be a reset because the level.
I ain't celebrate the anniversary though.
The level of. Think about it.
Fabrizio, I had dropped it. I let it drop it.
Listen,
that was Fabrizio celebrating Lil J.
The obnoxiousness that will occur if Terence Crawford wins this fight will be intolerable. Intolerable. So it needs to get burst. He needs to go into the dirt. And once he goes into the dirt, then, man, I'm Team Crawford. I'm Team Bud. After I destroy everything about him.
Do you know how long I'm gonna celebrate if he wins tomorrow? Do you know how long I'm gonna celebrate?
A fucking day, because you not like that?
I'm gonna celebrate until 10 o'clock Sunday morning. You know why?
Why?
Football games start.
Exactly.
I think forgot all about this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, people thought that we were destroyed. And I get it. I'm cool with people thinking that, man, because, when you live and die by your athlete, that's what drives the sport. So I can't necessarily be all that mad about it, right?
Right.
But people thought that when Arrol lost, man, Jason and I were destroyed. Man, we weren't destroyed. Man, Jason went right to sleep. Jason does not give two shits about the outcome of these fights. The fights are what they are, and he moves on. I'm the type where, go ahead.
Go ahead, Greg.
No, my wife would tell you, you're like the quickest person I've ever met in terms of like how you recover. Like, disappointment hits you, and then it's gone. And that's how I am. Like, Spence losing, it was like, only thing I was worried about was my channel. And it's so crazy because we got just as many people coming in subscribing when Spence lost as we did before the fight. So it's boxing, man. We're gonna get fights wrong, but these guys act like they're experts, and that's the shit that I'm tired of. And that's the reason why I want to see him go into the dirt. I need the bubble to burst. Not because I hate Terence Crawford, not because I want to see him hurt. Personally, I'm happy he's gonna make all this money. I'm happy that he's gonna be able to pass generational wealth to his children. That is fantastic. Right. But that's the only thing I'm wishing on him in this fight, is that he passed that generational wealth on to his kids. Outside of that, I'm wishing for an L.
Celebrate like old dudes.
Well, see, the thing what's so funny for me is this: the way you was looking that night when Arrol lost, that's the way we was all looking. We was all sitting in front of TV like, wow, I can't believe this shit.
Yeah.
I knew Bud was gonna beat him, but not like this.
Let me tell you something.
What the fuck?
I was watching myself. I went back and watched that video, and I don't know what y'all are talking about, because I remember when he got knocked down, and Jason was like, he just got knocked down. I was like, oh, he gonna have to get up and show something. He's gonna have to get up and prove something. So for me,
no. I'm gonna tell you, it had to be around the 7th or the 8th round. You was just sitting there telling like, I can't believe this shit. This dude is not even competing.
No. Listen.
I'm telling you, I remember that shit.
No. Listen. So I always thought that Arrol could potentially have problems with the counter punching. If you look at the boxing breakdown that I did on the fight, I said Arrol was going to have to go through hell to win the fight. I thought that Arrol would go in with a game plan of high guard and not trying to box from the outside. High guard, close the distance, and then throw your shot. And that's actually how Canelo fights. That's what I thought Arrol was going to do. Arrol was trying to do what he always does, which is box, which is jab from the outside and come in. And I never thought that was going to work. Man, if they told me that was Arrol Spence's game plan, I would have told you he's going to take an L. That would have been the first thing out of my mouth, man. Because I knew that wasn't going to work.
Well, they had showed, I remember, during the open workouts, that they was talking about how Derek almost knocked this dude over with the pad. And when somebody on X pointed it out, boy, they spam reported his shit so fast when he pointed that out. And I was like, okay. And then what happened. I was still shocked. Ain't anybody tell you they saw what happened. If they saw that coming, they was lying. Nobody seen it going down. But,
Well, I just need for there to be a reckoning. There has to be a reckoning. All Bud buddies, and I'm not talking about all Terence Crawford fans. I'm talking about Bud buddies. All Bud buddies must pay for their sins. Y'all been sinning.
We tried to tell. Only reason I be talking and laughing at some of these cats is because we tried to tell them for years. The problem with Spence is that he fights one way. Well, we see him make adjustments against Mikey. No, he didn't. He didn't make no adjustments because he didn't have to. You're asking a guy to make adjustments on the fly when he's never in a in a boxing match. In a professional boxing match, he's never had to adjust to anybody. Everybody tries to adjust to Arrol. And he gets in there with a guy who can make adjustments, and you want him to adjust, he can't do it. He's never had to do it. And when his usual style, the flat-footed, come forward, volume punching style, didn't work, he didn't make an adjustment because he didn't have one to make. He didn't know how. That's all it was.
And I saw he couldn't throw. I ain't never seen a time where he was operating, where he was doing what he do going on the back foot. I ain't never seen him box moving backwards. You know what I'm saying?
He boxed back. He boxed moving backwards. He boxed moving backwards against Porter.
Okay, yeah, well, outside of that, I ain't never seen him like real comfortable going backwards, going on the back foot, moving side to side. You know, I ain't never seen him like that, like against like a majority of his opponents. I just see him walking by and walk through them, and I didn't think that was gonna be the same with Bud. You know, I thought it was gonna, like I said, we all thought it was gonna be a lot closer than what it was, but you know,
right.
And we gonna bring it up, and we bring. I ain't gonna speak for nobody else. I bring it up when y'all constantly make excuses for old boy. That's why I bring it up. That's why I be trolled. You know what I'm saying? But other than that,
yeah, I don't like that shit either, dog. He was high, or he had a broken rib, or he didn't spar, or he was dead. So well, if you knew all that, why did you take the fight? Why didn't you just pull out? Come back when he's ready.
And nobody said these things before the fight. That's what irked me.
That's my problem right there. After the fight, now all of this shit comes out. Before the fight, he's in the best shape of his life. It's gonna be like your favorite dog getting hit by a pickup truck. He gonna run through him. He gonna run over him. He gonna break him like Kunta. All that shit. And you go in there and get mollywopped, and everybody want to find an excuse for it.
Bud buddies must pay for their sins, and they will pay tomorrow night. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Bud buddies got to pay for their sins.
I just want you to be awake on Sunday, because when the greatest Mexican boxer of all time, according to Joe Rogan, gets mollywopped, I want you front and center, Greg.
As always. I don't run for smoke. I run to it.
I don't care how you go out there and get it. It's gonna be a victory. We ain't come here for nothing else. It ain't about no showing up. Ain't none of that. Ain't no just going in there for no check and cashing out. I want his hand raised at the end of the day. Damn the rest of it.
I want his hand raised, but I want it raised to see if he's still conscious.
That sounds good, Greg. You can wish for a whole lot of things. I bet you be wishing every Wednesday and Saturday on that lottery too.
I don't play lottery, man. I don't bet on nothing that I don't control.
Oh man, you can't win the $2.8 billion if you don't play, bro.
Yeah, and I can't win it because you never gonna win. It's designed for you not to win it.
Shit, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.
My man, Greg. You my guy, though. You consistent. I give you that.
Man, I'm gonna be back here tomorrow. If you lose, you probably ain't gonna never hear from me again.
Oh, don't do that. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Hey, he can't run. I got his phone number. He can't run. I'll be right there calling this motherfucking ass.
But
you ain't going nowhere.
But I ain't gonna be in the live watching the fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be chilling with the boys and stuff, you know. And once the result hit, I'll call and you know.
Yeah. Now we're gonna make it happen. But anyway, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this show up, man. I just wanted us to get together and talk about what the fight's gonna look like, and you know what the weigh-in look like, and all that. I appreciate you, man.
Pleasure as always. You know how we do it.
All right.
And I'll see you Sunday morning, my man.
All right, see you later. Oh, real quick, go ahead, Sheldon. I'll catch up with you. 2 Cent, I didn't realize you was in the building. What's going on with you? What's up, 2 Cent?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hold
on, real quick.
I was coming up here to get on them Bud buddies. They didn't ran off the panel.
Yeah, man, they done ran off, man. But real quick, let me address this super chat. Tunnel vision hit it with the $5 Spence was not physically or neurologically right. You can ignore it if you want to, and people did say he didn't look right during the open workout. What's going on, 2 Cent? What you got for me?
That's what I was coming up here to say. Like, they really keep talking about that Spence fight. Like, they just will not be honest about the facts of that fight. They literally saying, y'all got all the excuses, and then list all the facts.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter, like, if you feel like it's excuses, it's what happened.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me how y'all skip over the Madrimov fight and keep using the Spence fight for your example. Why do y'all skip over the Madrimov fight? I ain't heard nobody say nothing, not one thing that he did in the Madrimov fight that's going to be a benefit to him in this Canelo fight. Because really, if you look at the Madrimov fight, you will see why people think that Canelo is going to beat him if you use that fight for a reference. But they don't want to use that fight for a reference. They keep wanting to go back to the 147-pound division and use the Spence fight. But that's it. I just wanted to come up here and I was about to go back and forth with them. But I'm about to go live at 6:30. So as soon as Greg get off, y'all can come over there to 2 Cents Boxing.
Yeah, man. Y'all head over to 2 Cents Boxing, man. She doing it. She doing it big over there. Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and end this one, y'all. Appreciate you jumping on 2 Cents. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check out 2 Cents Boxing because she doing it for the ladies over there and just for boxing in general. So I appreciate all y'all. We'll catch up. Tomorrow we're going to do the live stream for the fight. I don't know what time we're going to start, so be on the lookout for that. I don't want to be there for the entire time, but we're going to do the live stream and more content to come. Peace.